The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Cantor.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, the maturity and poise of a young Jason Tatum has often been talked about. Maybe that's because his parents prepared him for the NBA from an early age in St. Louis. They had pretend press conferences using a hairbrush as the microphone. And you can say he's been groomed for this, and it's paying off. Guys?
Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years. Kevin, what's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Whiteside, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. And here's McCollum for 3. Cans it from downtown.
Well, you know the unselfishness and professionalism Trevor Ariza gives you. If there's an open man, he'll find him.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Tice finds Hayward. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Anthony, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. McCollum passes to Whiteside. Lillard from outside, and the Trailblazers another 3.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Now Lillard, following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Hayward. There's the triple. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Anthony with the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Walker against Lillard, and there it is for him. Walker's got his second basket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside. Brown
against McCollum. Here's Whiteside. Tries it again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And he can't get the first one.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
And the second free throw, good.
And the Celtics last season mourning the passing of the great John Havlicek.
No, Greg, he spent his entire career with the Celtics. He won 8 titles along the way. He was known as one of the great competitors and a class individual. His legacy undoubtedly will live on.
Portland with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Back to McCollum, and it's blocked by Brown.
Wow, twice on the pipes. Jaylen Brown with a message for the offense. Nice.
There's the pass to Walker. Now Tice. Back to Walker. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. A shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 4-point game.
Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
Now here's Ariza. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Hayward kicks to Walker. Walker missing again.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Lillard outside. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got 6 points.
And that's in the gym range, Kev. He can pull up and knock it down from anywhere.
Walker dishes to Brown. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum. And you look at Jaylen Brown, the third pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness. Bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
And he knocks down the first one. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
It's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like. Now, here's Whiteside. Lillard looking around. Hits the target from 18 feet. He's got 8.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Outside, Walker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
That's good from Walker. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Back to Lillard from the arc. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Pass to Walker. Here is Hayward, covered by Lillard. Hayward kicks to Brown. Back to Hayward. Outside, Walker. Hits it from three-point range. Walker's got 9 points.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Pass to McCollum. Now Lillard. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. 11 points in the game.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Brown. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Walker finds Hayward. Now Tice. Outside, Walker. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 7. Ariza, right side. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Passes it to Whiteside. Over Hayward. Off the left rim and out. Celtics trail by 7. Here's Walker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And that's 11 points for Kemba Walker.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
McCollum outside. Lillard against Brown. They get it back. Got a hand on it. Up top, Tatum. He's covered by Whiteside. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, he's so tough to defend without fouling. Melo puts the defenders in tough spots.
First trip to the line for him here.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Little, he's checked in for Anthony. On the wing, Brown. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Williams. It's good from long range.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Lillard, bounce pass. Here's Whiteside. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
The pass to Cantor. Outside Williams. Pass to Wanamaker. No good with the triple. Portland leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 13.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
To the inside. Nurkic with the block. Nobody near Lillard. And Portland again with the bucket.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Now here's Williams. Here's Wanamaker. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Portland called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
First free throw is good. And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. And he makes both free throws. Portland leading by 8. Here's Trent. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Lillard. There's the 3. Rebounded by Smart.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How about Marcus Smart? Keeps his balance even with the defense in his grill. That is really nicely done.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Now here's Smart. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Collins with some nice D.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Trent gets the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Kicks it to Cantor. On the wing, Brown. Outside, Smart. Off target from outside. Trailblazers leading by 8. Lillard from outside. But they'll get another chance.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Back to Lillard, the 3. And Boston with the rebound. 16 seconds left to play here in the first. Smart finds Williams. Now here's Brown. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 6. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
On the floor for Boston, Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Enes Kanter is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard. You can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. Well, the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to set, correct?
Exactly right.
And that one falls for Smart.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
So he gets them both. You know, Greg, defense a given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Trent. No good on the three.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Brown, good.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him, his pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Here's Trent following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Trent passes to Hood. Down low, here's Nurkic. It's blocked.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
Here's Trent. Traps in the tray. Trent's got 5 points so far. Celtics trail by 8. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Passes it to Smart. 6 to shoot. Here's Wanamaker. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Little with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Here's Trent. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And now a 10-point Trailblazer lead. Now the pass to Cantor. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Smart for the three. No good. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside Hood. Fires it up. Rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Smart. And it's blocked. Now Little. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Trent. Jokic against Cantor. Out to Hood. Beyond the arc. And another three for Portland.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 13. Brown outside. It's stolen by Little. And now Portland on the break. Here's Trent. Rebounded by the Celtics.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Brown the pass to Cantor. Over Trent. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his first points of the game.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
Cantor against Nurkic. Passes it to Collins. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Got a piece of it. Here's Little. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Foul. 2.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
And that one misses. First, when you watch the game now, bigs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane that you've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
Now, here's Walker. He's got 11. Hayward kicks to Walker. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And that is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
And here's Little. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Whiteside's checked in for Portland.
Hassan Whiteside.
Here's Hood. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. The pass to Walker. Shoots. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 8 rebounds in this game.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Smart passes to Tatum. Dishes to Walker. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And you know, for that Knicks game, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Celtics trail by 15. To the paint. Here's Tatum. Good work defensively by Anthony.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ariza outside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Knocks down the 3-ball. McCollum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's his first triple of the second period, 3rd of the game.
Outside Tatum. The kick out to Walker. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Walker's got 18 points. Portland leading by 15. Ariza outside. Pass to Hood. And here's McCollum for 3. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Walker. He's got 18. The kick out to Tatum. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
There's Walker with the 3, but they get it back. Hayward against Ariza. Hayward kicks to Walker. Just 5 on the clock. The 3-pointer no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the jam by Whiteside.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Now a timeout called by Boston.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Hood. Boston also with the sub. Williams is checked in. Tice passes to Walker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. Hassan Whiteside on top.
What an intimidator he is in the paint. I mean, he shot to the top of that leaderboard, and nobody feels comfortable putting a shot up around him right now.
First one falls for him.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Now, here's Lillard, who's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side. Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front. What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
And a miss there on the triple. Celtics trail by 19. And there's the feed to Walker. The shot that time, not on target. Portland's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. And it's Lillard missing.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second. Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Now here's McCollum. 9 points in the game so far. Whiteside with it. Clock at 6. Pass to Ariza from outside the arc. Whiteside controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Smart kicks to Tatum. Lillard against Walker. With the shot, Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 16th rebound on the night. Anthony, the pass to Ariza.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
You know, you look at what a guy like Trevor Ariza can provide on the backside of his career. The numbers don't tell the story. This guy is a consummate professional.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Doris, you know, with Ariza, at this point, it's really about the intangibles.
Well, Kevin, you know that Ariza's going to bring it on the defensive end night in and night out. He's going to make his open shots, but the leadership, the energy, he is a former champion, and you love having that on your side.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza.
Well, this guy was the 43rd pick in the 2004 NBA draft, and what a career for Trevor Ariza. An NBA championship with the Lakers 5 years after he's drafted.
Williams finds Tice. And here's Tatum for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard outside. Ariza outside. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Here's Nurkic. Plays it up and banks it in. Nurkic has got 5 now.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Now, here's Tice. 20 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. From deep, Walker. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
The Trailblazers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing, so both teams making some changes here. He hits the second from the line. Here's Walker. He's got 20.
Watch Walker.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They double team Walker. Makes it off the glass. Walker's got 22.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Lillard outside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And you got to like how they're working the ball inside this quarter. They were struggling to do that earlier. Now they're showing the focus to take the ball inside.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
Brown is checked in for Boston.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Lillard no good on the free throw.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge
To his game here in the second.
An even 3-on-3 break. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Love the athleticism from Trevor Ariza. This guy so dependable as a fast break finisher.
Brown against Lillard. Now Brown. From deep three-point range, and so it's the Portland Trailblazers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Portland was looking great right away. Amped up and ready off the tip, they immediately went on an 11-4 run. Much of their early lead was flushed down the drain, though, as they ended the quarter up by just 3. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
They had a tremendous first half from the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Bucket is good, and that's now 20 points for Lillard.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Walker in the post, covered by Lillard. Shot's good by Walker.
Aggressive move coming out of the half, penetrating into the heart of the defense.
And I've got to believe that was something they talked about during the break. Get him some good looks into the paint, get into the heart of the defense. Beautiful.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Brown. Over McCollum. And it's Brown missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Lillard, the pass to Ariza. Brown against McCollum. And the layup's good off the glass. McCollum's got 11 points.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Here's Anthony. Kemba Walker making his last shot. From the baseline. And again, it's Portland converting.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
From the wing, and Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 24.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now, here's Walker, and he has 28 points for the game.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
And Ariza, much improved as a free thrower over the course of his career. You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. People look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is, When you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Little's checked in.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Here is Hayward, following the score by Damian Lillard. Over Anthony, and Hayward gets it to go.
But Gordon Hayward has become a master in pick-and-roll situations. He knows how to get space off a screen.
And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And checking out the stats for Tatum. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. He's around 30 points per clip, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Brown against McCollum. Inside and stolen by Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. That one rolling around and rims out. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Banked in off the glass. Tatum's got his second basket of the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Lillard. Nice D from Williams.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And it's Lillard missing. Celtics have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Anthony against Williams. No good on that one. And it's Boston the other way. Oh, Tatum in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. He kicks it to McCollum. And that one drops for him. McCollum's got 15.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Now here's Walker. Following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Shot's good by Walker.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lillard outside. Fires for 3. Rebound by Williams.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. Now here's McCollum. He's got 15. To the left side wing. Now here's Little. Defended by Hayward. Good. He's got 18.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
And the pass to Walker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Brown against McCollum. Now here's Little. Guarded close. That shot off. Hayward with some nice D. Here's Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. So it's both teams making substitutions here. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. The Celtics second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Lillard outside. Shoots the 3. A rebound by the Celtics.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Portland, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And when you look at Portland, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Now, here's Nurkic. He's got 5. He dishes it to Lillard. And finished off by Collins.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. And the rejection by Collins. Over to the wing. Here's Trent. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Nurkic.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Williams. Portland making their last shot. Tries again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
The Celtics have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Williams. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Lillard. 26 points for him. Here's the floater. The second effort. And Nurkic lays it in. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is what he does. Find ways to make his presence felt, and this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
Here's Tatum. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. That's 10 points for Jason Tatum.
It can be a very difficult thing to check Jason Tatum because of the multitude of ways he can score it. Give me the floater game, JT.
Oh, a nice defensive play. Altered the shot, then stayed right there to clean up the glass.
Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Checking out the numbers for Smart. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 17 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And the first one at the line is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. Here's Trent. It's blocked. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Here's Wanamaker. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wanamaker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Lillard. 26 points for him. Tries from 10, and it's blocked. An even 3-on-3 break. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And it's Portland with the rebound. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Hood deciding where to go with it. He feeds it to Nurkic. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Tatum. Pass to Wanamaker. Back to Tatum. Pass to Wanamaker. Just 5 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wanamaker's got 10.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Kanter finds Williams. Passes to Smart. And here's Kanter. Outside Williams. On deep. It's hauled in by Trent. Outside Hood. Lillard outside. And here's Nurkic over Smart. Offline.
Well, that's outstanding footwork from Smart on the defensive end. A superb job staying with his man.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Celtics shooting 43% from the field. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics. Enes Kanter is out there with Daniel Tice. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard position.
This is right in Tatum's wheelhouse. That mid-range is his comfort zone.
Lillard, right side. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Cantor dishes to Tatum. You and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have two goals. Instead of one championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
The pass to Cantor. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
One shot.
That's good from Cantor.
Well, Enes Kanter continues to prove his worth, guys. An outstanding player on the offensive end.
Pass to Nurkic. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. And the Celtics making a change here. Walker's checked in.
Substitution for the Celtics.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Trent, guarded by Smart. Trent passes to Nurkic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Walker, and it's Boston with another.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Ariza outside. Pass to Trent. Poke loose. Anthony, the pass to Trent. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his fifth rebound right now in the game. Here's Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got 38 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Walker against Lillard. And Walker kicks to Tatum. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Ariza with the bucket.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Walker. And again, it's Boston converting.
He is just self-willing, his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Out to the right wing. Launches it. Trent gets the bucket.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Walker against Lillard. Walker the pass to Tice. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, You need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Hayward comes in for Enes Kanter, and Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. Second free throw, no good. Portland leading by 23. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Don't you love how physical Jaylen Brown is? This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Brown drops them both. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have 2 candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
Here's Tatum. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Well, guys, you talk about players coming in, and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Shots good by Anthony.
You know, that's one thing Melo has always been able to do. Use his strength to overpower you and get the advantage.
Walker finds Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you can see what the emphasis was at halftime. Here in the second, a lot more effort to get the ball inside, and it's starting to pay dividends.
One shot.
Free throw good from Brown. Here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Over Tatum. But they recover it.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
Good D by McCollum. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They lead by 17. Kicks it out to Ariza. It's stolen by Tice. Here's Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Brown finishes off the drive, not simply laying it in, but a message of authority on the dunk.
Ariza with it. Now defended by Hayward. Hayward against Ariza. Goes back up. And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Walker dishes to Brown. Three-pointer. Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Ariza outside. Back to Lillard. Fires the three. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got 40 points.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Now a timeout called by Boston. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Here's Tice.
I see it.
Hayward outside. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Rebound, Boston. Walker in the post. Covered by Lillard. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 42 in the game.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things at him, but he's been unstoppable.
Here's Anthony, and he gets it to go from the high post. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
Walker looking for an opening. A shot by Hayward, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 5 assists in the game. McCollum against Brown. Unloads from 13. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Tatum. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, Jason Tatum has the kind of size and length to be effective near the cup. Really good job staying in attack mode.
Rejected by Walker. And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break. And the basket is good.
Boy, that's fast break basketball at its absolute best. Outstanding assist to finish it off.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard for 3. Rebound, Boston. Brown's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The dish to Walker. And it's blocked by Whiteside. 4 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And another shot. Here's Brown. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Brown against McCollum. Shoots over Brown, and the basket by McCollum.
A natural score. Give McCollum any room to get his shot off, and he's going to let it fly.
Walker against Lillard. 20 feet out. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Kemba Walker.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Walker against Lillard. That one drops for him. Lillard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And it's in there.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Portland leading by 10. 124 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Carmelo. Walker with the rebound. And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Boy, you love the aggression. This is where Tatum has improved, converting off the bounce.
Portland's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Whiteside. Over Tice. Whiteside, no good. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Brown. Here's Tice. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Here's Lillard. Here's Whiteside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
At the line for your Trailblazers, Hassan Whiteside. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
So it's the Celtics now, trailing here by 8.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Pass to Hayward from deep three-point range. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Exactly what you want from the talented Hayward, the kind of poise that makes him a big shot maker.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 7. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Nurkic with it. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.